Greetings petrolheads, my name is Tom, you're on my gaming channel and it's time for another episode of Automation the Car Company Tycoon game. I'm gonna be building another replica today, including the engine build. It was requested by Joentia292 and it is a Mark III Toyota Supra. He said I should do either a Mark II or either a Mark III or a Mark IV Supra. But unfortunately, like the Mark IV Supra is probably my most requested car replica to build. However, there is no appropriate body shell for it in the game yet. And that is very unfortunate because I'd love to build that car. It's such an iconic thing. And yeah, as I said, unfortunately there's no body shell that allows for a proper replica on that car. So let's get going here. I've already done the morphing basically, and is it the monocoque even? I think yes. Steel longitudinal McPherson front, and I think double wishbone in the rear, and then steel again because I don't think it's plastic or fiberglass for that matter. And so. If I could get a decent close-up of the front end, that would be very beneficial, but we are going to start with the pop-up headlights anyway. If I could find them. The next page, I think. Yes. Now, the only question is which ones? I think these. More like these. Yeah. No, wait a minute. These were alright. It only kind of sucks that they make a curve when you put them down. Actually, and they should actually be straight. Go a little bit further back, like so, I guess. No, not quite, because this line blends in with that one. Wait a minute, like so. No, that doesn't look right. What am I gonna do now? I need to get those headlights done in a timely fashion, I think, because otherwise people are gonna tell me, oh, you take so long with the pop-up headlights, why don't you just move on? And I think I got it. I got it right there. Okay. Let's move on. What's next? We have... Well, might as well put down the little badge that it has on here to get that out of the way. We have some indicators. They go... Wait a minute. Yeah, this body does... Like... This lip here is non-existent on a real car, but I can't do anything about it here. I can't like make the front end flat and remove this lip, so it's gonna look a little bit funky. That being said, I think it's still better than, you know, not making any replica of this car. And for that reason I'm going to put down these vents. They're going to go like this. How far are they actually going? Pretty much like this. Yeah. Okay. And the indicators are inside of those. Actually, maybe I should go for different vents. Maybe more like these? Those look a little bit funky here, but it's fine now. Yeah, so indicators is what I wanted. Sometimes all a man wants is indicators, ladies. You just gotta accept that. And sometimes a man wants 6 cylinders, not, you know, 2. Anyway. We're gonna put down the indicator right here. Oh my god. What's up with that? Why is the vent eating the indicator? It's not very nutritive. Okay. Then there is the number plate right in the center here, which is a rare thing for Japanese cars. They usually have like a grill down here and then the number plate on top of that. This one doesn't. Give me a better picture of. Good. Okay, so what are we gonna do next? What kind of grill can I? Wait, this one's not stock. That one's stock. Okay. I was just, you know, looking through some pictures of a Mark III Supra on Google Images and found, oh wait a minute, that one's not even stock and can't use that as a reference. Actually, it does go over the top of that grill. I'm confused, like there are so many pictures of, like I entered Toyota Supra Mark III stock and there are like so many different pictures of cars that look kind of similar but also a little bit different from each other. So what the heck is going on? I think what we're gonna do here is put down some of these as well. They would do fine here. Actually, not really. Was this? Are you Knight Rider? Are you David Hasselhoff? I don't think so. What the heck? Let's just do it. I'm not gonna say the old-fashioned way, but kind of. And then maybe one of these in between to fill the gap out a little bit. And I just pick one of these. Is that it? Well, it looks closer, I think. Okay. And it has some fog lights down here in this corner. And that is basically it for the front end, I would say. Yep. That is it for the front end. Then we have some indicators on the side, like there. Actually, what we should do is make those just as big as the other ones, and then connect the space in between with those, because it does have some plastic running around there. Do these cover the indicators? No. Oh, so indicators are the only fixtures in the game not covered by those. I don't know what they are, to be honest with you. So there is that. Oh, this thing runs through the entirety. Wait a minute. Of the side profile. So what that means is we need this to run along until the fenders as well. Like that. Now what we need to do is make sure we line this up properly with where we stopped. We can drag this across like no problem at all. Wait a minute. That was a little bit too long, wasn't it? Is that plastic a little bit too large, is it? Isn't it? Yeah, it is. So the whole size of everything is a little bit too large, because everything is just the same height. Okay. 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 I think we lined this up properly now. Just a little bit shorter so that this disappeared. And now we need to make this one just as high as the one that preceded it. Good. Oh no. That was not good. Okay, good. I keep saying okay and good so many times in this episode, but I don't know what else to say. That's all I got. That looks decent. And I didn't say good this time. And this runs all the way to the edge of this rear end. And let's put down the door handles. They are these ones. Actually, they're not this far up, more like here. And we get the rear end. Can I please have a decent close-up of the rear end? Okay, wait, distance. Why do I not... Oh, there we go. Wikipedia just saved my life. So, we're gonna start with running down these black bars all the way across the rear end as well. Not only until the edge of the rear end, but, you know, across the whole horizon. And we start off like here. Check whether or not this lines up, and it currently does not. You can't run this all the way across just yet, because we have some fixtures in there as well. Please, don't mess this up. You messed it up. Okay, I'm gonna be content with this. And then immediately after saying that, I'm gonna mess with it. So, we have some taillights in here, but first let me put down the number plate holder. That is like right there. Not this big, more like so. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We got some red tail lights, and I'm gonna use the ones with the plastic surrounding here that are right here. We can obviously increase the length of this thing now, but make sure it does not run over the taillights that we just put down. Make sure this blends in properly, and then between those we have some more duct tape. Duct tape, woohoo! Running round our taillight fixtures, it's duct tape. I didn't really just say that, but we can always, you know, I actually did, you heard it, but we can always pretend that I didn't, okay? Peace. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much how I would like this to be. Then we have the actual number plate on this. And outside of that we have the tail lights, the big tail lights. Yeah, they're actually really huge. So let's get started here. This seems about the right size. Not the correct placement though, they are closer to that duct tape. And then inside of this we have some weight. These are probably gonna be the reverse lights, if I had to guess. Good, and then we have a multitude of white taillights in there. Wait a minute. Just let me take a closer look at this. How many of those are there in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. We cannot put 7 of these on top of each other in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make 1. How does this compare in size to the reverse lights? They are as tall. Okay. How big? Oh, more like so. And now I'm gonna make it look as if there were like multiple switches in there. Pretty much like so. And what else do we have? Of course we have quad exhausts. That is like really excessive, especially for Japanese cars of that age. Like nothing else had quad exhausts back then. Today even a Golf R has quad exhaust. And why do I say, oh, even the Golf R has quad exhaust? Well, because, you know, Tom, the Golf R is faster than the Mark III Supra, and that's right. Yeah, okay, but it's still a Golf. What else? What kind of wing do we want on here? What do you think? Probably a combination of this and this. Does this look any good? Yeah, not really. That's the closest I can get. It has like the curve of the first one, but then the middle pole, like this, the one I put in, the one I put down last, the second one. So I don't know how else to handle that. Yeah, I think we're basically done with the design. Let's get a very small one of these right here. I think that's basically it for the design. You can paint it like black or so. And it's rear-wheel drive, of course, and we're gonna make the engine. Wait a minute, this is a 1986 Toyota Supra. I don't know what to call it in trim, I'm just gonna call it MK3. MK3. We're gonna put in a new engine, and I actually looked up what I could find, at least, from the engine that the 1986 Supra was running. It was the 7M GE. 7M GE, because there were other versions of the 7M. It was an inline 6 with, I don't know what material, I couldn't find that. Probably cast iron block, if I had to guess. Then the bore I could find is 83 millimeters. So let us adjust that accordingly. And the stroke is 91 millimeters. It's got dual overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, aluminum heads, I think, and VVT, if that's even available here. Straight up, I could not find any any info on what the internals are. Probably a cast iron crank with some steel rods and forged pistons. No, hyper-eutectic cast. I don't know how to pronounce that. We got a compression ratio of 9.1 to 1. That is fairly high for a turbocharged engine of that era. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Or is it even turbocharged? No, that one's not turbocharged. The GTE is the turbo version. Ah, okay, I see now. It is fuel injected though. Let's just see. We need to make. Yeah, output was 192 204 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. Well, what am I supposed to do about that? Aim somewhere in between that range? Or did it have different setups and the first one was 190 horsepower, in which case I'm gonna go for that. Probably runs on 91 run. Fuel mixture might be up there. Ignition timing I have straight up no idea. And it did have probably short cast exhausts. We need to make 190 horsepower. It did have a cat, I don't know which one though. And what kind of mufflers are? Let's just go for straight through for some decent noise. And we're knocking. It's way. What we go for premium then? Oh, 194, and the torque was 250 to like between 250 and 265 newton-meters, but at 4,800 RPM. So we need to make that torque later. 4,800 RPM is pretty late if your engine is gonna rev to like 6,000 RPM. It did have VVT, but we do not have the option of adding VVT here in this age in 1986. It was still, it must have been one of the first cars to ever have VVT, I think. I'm not sure. Like, don't ask me questions about engine specs. I'm not the guy to give you the correct answers there. Yeah, I just made it run a little bit leaner in order to reduce the power output just ever so slightly, because we were running a little bit far on the top end. Anyway, it did have a manual 5-speed gearbox. How fast did it go? I don't know, but probably faster than 192, if I had to guess. So let's make it like 230, 240, 250. Spacing, I have straight up absolutely no clue. Probably no differential if I had to guess. Sports tires for what sports tires actually meant in 1986 compared to today's. Wait a minute, why did it not save the Toyota 7M? This is the GE. Probably 15s if I had to guess. Let's just use all our space here in the fenders. We need some cooler rims. I don't fully know which ones would resemble those best. Probably steel rims. We have... What kind of brakes does this thing have? Like, why are you asking me all these questions? I'm a car... I'd like to be a car designer, not an engine builder. Let's go for solid discs. Some decently sized brakes. Again, I don't know. We don't have wings in the front, so we don't need to really care about that. It did not make much downforce, I think. We need way less cooling. Maybe a little bit of brake. It did not have brake airflow, I don't think. 4 seats? Maybe? Standard interior and entertainment, probably. Did it have ABS? No, don't think so. Standard 80 safety. We're gonna go for standard. And then sport here, and what do we get? A car that weighs 1164 kilos. That's too light, isn't it? Yeah, way too light. 1350 to 1540 is what the manual version weight. What's the engine weight again? 198.5, so the real one weighed 199 kilograms, so I'm pretty sure now that the head is from aluminium. What else? Like, how do we increase the weight by so much? Like by almost 190 kilograms. We're already running steel panels and steel chassis. Doesn't get much heavier than that. I don't wanna make the engine heavier. We can put more interior inside of it if we want to. That only added 16 kilos. Okay, so we're not gonna do with this luxury cassette. Like we're still gonna be so far off from the weight that we're supposed to make that I don't really care. I think I've done my part with showing you how to design this car and some basic guidelines of how to build the engine. I mean, you guys are probably more into that than me, and that's why you can probably figure that out for yourself in the engine builder. But I love designing cars, so I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please click the like button, it helps out a great deal. Also consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more content in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.